That is really scary. And that should never, ever happen, because these are the people that you want to speak out. Your doctors are the ones you want to be able to say, wait a minute, what are we doing here? This is crazy, because they're the ones with the medical knowledge. But what this does is send a message to everybody to shut the hell up, sit down, do what we tell you to do, and don't ever speak out. And what the next time there's a pandemic, nobody's going to step up and do the right thing, because we just learned our lesson. We got the crap kicked out of us as a community when we tried to do something. Why would we ever put ourselves in this position again? And I will tell you, the next pandemic, we're not going to be able to vaccinate our way out of, nor should we try. Monoclonal antibodies need to be front and center in any pandemic response, but nobody's talking about them. And what you can still get today, Clayton, you can get the vaccine, but what you can't get, monoclonal antibodies for COVID. You cannot get them.
You
They're not
still can't?
available anymore. You cannot
Even
get
under,
them. They're not available.
see, this is people think, oh, well, Trump's in now, but remember, in private, he won't say it publicly because people, his advisors, have really told him to stop talking about Operation Warp Speed. He personally believes it. I know from sources inside the White House that he still privately loves talking about Operation Warp Speed and the push for the vaccine as a great accomplishment on his behalf. But he won't say it publicly anymore because his advisors have told him, you got to stop this because you're losing your base on this issue. They don't believe, they believe it was a disaster. They believed it killed millions of people. You might not want to talk about it anymore. So there is this disconnect. You literally see Robert F. Kennedy Jr. standing in the White House, being forced to stand behind Albert Bourla from Pfizer. So why do you think there is this like federal disconnect inside the White House and inside the Trump administration? And maybe that explains why you're still having to deal with this. And it also probably explains why people can't get monoclonal antibodies right now.
I really think it's just a deep state. And I know it's a catch-all term, and I know that's a cop-out, but I think that that's the case. I think the president is an individual who has to rely on a million people telling him things, and he's got to digest all that information, and he can't be an expert on everything. And I think he's just surrounded by people who, some of whom are in the deep state, and it's in their best interest to keep the status quo going.